Hiya, and welcome to part 2 of cancer and how it is. If you've already found out what's up with me, how I'm coping with it, so it's been a bit longer, but I've had an infection in my gum because I got a lot of jaw, so they give me antibiotics, but I look like a hamster. It's a lot better now. So I'll try and be clear, but bear with me with my mouth. I can only open a bit. I've had this now for 2 years. November just gone, so getting there, but it's just one of the things. Got to deal with it. So yeah, the thing I found with my cancer was the side effects were not only physical in my throat and not being able to eat, and still not being able to eat proper. I can't just walk around somewhere and go, that's nice, eat that, bum. It's even worse with the lockjaw. So you're screwed. So you think I'd be skinny, but I'm putting the weight back on, but not in the right places. I look like a little fat old bloke, and it's how it is. But the effects it has on your mind, the person you were before cancer, that's gone, not coming back. Bye Paddy. And this is like Paddy probably 0.5, because the Paddy I was basically had the shit kicked out of him on the inside, and it's hard because until you've had it, you can't feel the way people who have got cancer and are recovering cancer are, because they are fighting a battle inside which you don't think it'll ever come back to, but you'll never be the same. Never be the same. Your emotions are up and down. You think that you're not good enough anymore. You're broken. You might not have physical scars. You might have a few burned here like this, but at the end of the day, you've got all your limbs, and it's just absolutely soul destroying, because you wake up and you're alive, yeah, but the journey you went through on the recovery, you be in bed and the drugs you're on, you were in a different world. Well, I was a different world, and I had that going through the second lockdown, which was pretty brutal on my family, as my wife is a nurse, and everybody who has a partner who's a nurse will know. You're not getting any treatment, you're not getting any treated first class at home. Bedside manner is completely different to what you get if you're in hospital. So, but no, she would have been old, she would have been 14-year-old daughter, had to look after me while Claire had used up all her annual leave. And to be fair, the hospital was great because she did have a lot of time off with me, and but a lot of it was down to my 14-year-old Isabel, who shone like a star. She had to put up with my delirious he was on a different planet because of the painkillers and whatever, the anti-sickness drugs, and you know, just long days, locked down. All she's doing is looking after Dad and trying to do her schoolwork. My other two boys, my eldest girl's in New Zealand. She wanted to do something, but there's nothing. What can she do? She was just saying it was good to speak to her on the phone, FaceTime. I became a granddad during that, which was great. But no, I must have been the worst patient because I didn't know where I was. The drugs I was on was just frightening. And I finished my chemo and radio on my birthday. So the plan was, this was the plan, 6 weeks recovery. So I'm thinking, right, I've got the bad bit out of the way, going for the chemo and the radio, and then recovery will be easier. No. My Macmillan nurse, God love her, Ruth, ended up getting COVID, long COVID, so I didn't see any nurses. I was left alone to fend for myself. I had phone calls, but I had my daughter to look after me. And me foolishly thinking, in 6 weeks' time I'll be back in work. Great, I'll be back in work. And going into March, and I had the first batch of the Pfizer. Pardon if you can't understand me, it's my mouth, I'm sorry. But the Pfizer vaccine, because it was the first one that was rolled out, so the NHS could have it, and the partners. So Claire sent me to the hospital to have the vaccine. Thought everything would be alright. Still recovering, still like crap. And just couldn't eat. Just could not eat at all. I was on the foreshores, the drinks, the milk drinks, what put the calories on you. I'm supposed to be having 7 of them a day. If I didn't eat a meal, I'd have 7 to 8 of them a day, right? I was lucky if I could do 3, because to me they tasted revolting. Didn't want to know. And Claire's at work, and she's asking Isabel, is Dad eating? Has he tried anything? No, he can't. It's just, everything just tasted absolutely disgusting. Just, you could put something in front of me, beautiful, blah, blah, blah. No. Wouldn't eat. People will come in, gotta eat, Paddy, gotta eat. I can't eat. I was admitted to the Christie, and during my recovery, I was admitted to Christie. I was supposed to be in there for the week, but I said no, I'm okay. Bearing in mind, I was put in a ward where basically they're dying. So I come out of there and still wasn't eating. Just felt like Never felt that way. The anti-sickness wasn't working. Was not working at all. And just going on. Finally got an anti-sickness that was working. But something else started happening to me. I went out one day with Claire shopping to Costco. Great. And it was a Monday morning, and I gets out of the car, and I didn't feel right, my leg didn't feel right, and I had the trolley. I was pushing the trolley, holding onto the trolley, and I literally was in there 5-10 minutes, and I was struggling to walk. And if you didn't know me and looked at me, you'd think has he got cerebral palsy, or because my body was shutting down in front of me. And I said to Claire, I'm really struggling. So he gets sorted, gets to the car, gets in the car, gets home, I'm okay. It's only like 10-minute drive, I'm okay. Tuesday, okay. Wednesday evening, started going downhill pretty bad. And Claire says to me, right, you gotta drink these, though. Just drink some of these drinks. So yeah, okay. So I had a pint of one, drank that. Claire goes to bed, leaves me downstairs. You okay? Yeah, I'm okay. I had another one. I couldn't drink it. I just took the top of it and I thought, no, I can't drink that. So I goes in the kitchen. There's only my son's in this room. Oops, sorry. My son's in this room and his Xbox headphones on. Claire's in bed. James is in bed. Orion's out the back, right? So I thought, I've got to get rid of this drink. And so it's in a pint glass. So I go to the kitchen and I pour it down the sink. And as I step from the sink, if I turn round, I just collapse. My legs just go. The glass goes up in the air. Glass everywhere. I'm on the floor. Claire's dog comes running in, a little Yorkshire Terrier. It's like Lassie. What's up? And I'm like, and I couldn't speak. I can't speak. The vocal cords, I can't shout. So I'm laying on the floor and I'm like that to the dog. No, because you're gonna cut yourself to bits through the glass. So I thought, oh my God. Lay on the floor, it's like 11 o'clock at night. On my back, can't move, wedged in between this. It's like a dog leg, our kitchen. So I'm wedged on the wall, on the floor, legs. I ain't got strength to do anything, can't lift myself. Right? So I end up trying to bang for attention on the side. And luckily, it was my daughter, I think, who heard me. She comes down and she's gone, oh my God. Goes, gets Mum and Joe, and they get me upstairs. They get me up, and they get me upstairs, which was a struggle. Gets in bed, and I thought, right, I'll be alright. And then I wake Claire up at 3 in the morning because I couldn't sleep. You don't sleep. And there's something going on. There's something not right here. I said, I can't move my legs. So she says, right, what do you want to do? I said, well, I'm not going to the hospital now. We'll go in a few hours. This is me, not Claire, me saying, no. Don't want to go to the hospital. We'll go, and the kids are gone to school tell them I'm going to hospital and that's it. Right, so 7 o'clock comes and I've gone pretty worse, and said to Claire, time to go. So Claire rings the hospital. 2 paramedics arrive, 2 Polish lads who are brilliant, comes up the stairs and they're like, I'm going to get him down. And I needed a toilet then. So they get me on the toilet, just my business, and we're laughing and joking, gets me in to the ambulance, and my friend had come to pick the kids up for me to take them to school, Paul, I'll tell you about in a bit, and my other friend, Darren, is window cleaner, who's known all my life. He's out on the street doing windows because it's Thursday, and I put in the ambulance, and Claire said they were going to take me to North Manchester. Claire went, no, I don't want him to go there because I know what he needs and they don't do it there. And it was a trachea because my swallow was going. Because, they tell you this, if you don't eat, if you don't use it, you lose it. And that is right. Believe me, if you do not eat, the first thing to go is your swallow. It goes like that. And they didn't do tracheas at this point down at North Manchester. They do now. They didn't then. Claire knew that, and she knew because she said to the paramedics, "Look, if you take him down there, he's going to sit down there probably all day, all night, and he'll have to be shifted to the MRI." So it's not a problem, but we've got to square it with our headquarters, like it's to do. They weren't having it. I could hear all this on the radio. No, take him to North. And fair play to these 2 guys. They went, no. His wife doesn't want him to go there. And 45 minutes of arguing. We got our way to the MRI. So I was blue lighted. Put the music on. As they would say, Paddy, we're putting the tunes on. And it was like a party bus going to hospital. It was brilliant. Best experience I've had in an ambulance. So as an old clubber and raver, it was banging. So gets to the MRI. Luckily, Claire works in the MRI. She rings her ward because she's a sister or staff nurse, whatever you call them nowadays, I don't know. So she said, "Have you got room for Paddy?" And I went, "Yeah, we got a bed, no problem." So I got out of the ambulance and I was put in a side room, checked over, admitted, and I was on the ward and in the bed within an hour, which is brilliant. Which is a bit wrong because, it's not what you know, it's who you know. And I was put in this bed, and these 2 lovely nurses come in, strip me, start bollock naked, and started to do a complete bed bath, which I've never had in my life. And I'm sat there, laying in the bed, and I went, "We've never had this before." I went, "Oh, no, we got to do this. You're Claire's husband." And I went, "Why?" She said, "Oh, Claire's." I'm like, "What do you mean, Claire?" "Claire does it by the book. You know what I mean? You're getting sorted." By this time, I was getting weaker and weaker. And the lady came to see me, and she did the swallow test, which is a spoon of water in your mouth. If it goes down, you're okay. If it goes down, it's okay. Mine didn't. Put it in my mouth, it just went, come out. So they went, right, we'll just see how he is in a bit. So about an hour later, a nice guy came in, Steve, I forgot his second name. He was the consultant, and he said, right, Paddy, with your permission, we'd like to put you have a trachea inserted. And I thought, right, and I didn't think, to be honest, I was just thinking anything of it. I mean, yeah, whatever, sound. And be known to me, it was a lot worse than that, what was up. And he said, our team is finishing at 5, and it was like 4, something like that. Oh yeah, that's still on medication from the cancer. And he said, they're going to stay on and do you. Right. And then with that, my mum and my kids turn up. Unknown to me, it was serious. And I was like, in a different, I was just, yeah, man, whatever, yeah, you know, my mum stood there crying and saying to me, don't go. Oh, what do you mean, don't? And you know, I go, yeah, I'm just like that, yeah. My daughter, God love her, was in tears. The 2 boys were very strong. And I'm like, I'm all right, I'll see you soon, I'll be here, don't worry. And I'm like, I'm thinking, what's up with him? Claire was in tears. And the next minute, I think it was 5 people arrived. One had just come off the helicopter. He was all in his gear. And I'm thinking, what's going on here? They had everything with him. All these monitors, everything. And it's just like, oh, what's going on? But again, I didn't have a clue. And then, right, Paddy. And my bed was at the bottom of the ward because it was out of the way. So we've got to take him now. And my mum's crying and the daughter's crying, and my lads were like, you'll be right, Dad, you'll be right, Dad. I'm like, oh, yeah, it's not right. So they start putting machines on me, start pushing me up the ward. And one of my doctors, Olivia, who looked after me while I was on the ward for about 3 or 4 days before all this happened, and she's only young, in the late 20s, stunning. She stood in like in between a bed, there was nobody in it, and she was crying, looking at me crying, and I'm thinking, why is Olivia crying? And she's waving by, and this doctor is crying, right? So I mushed into theatre, and it was like something out of Willy Wonka. It was all white and chrome. I think new part of the MRI, was beautiful. Beautiful. And the music was on, like upbeat music, and like that, lay on the bed like that. Right, Paddy, and this doctor's leaning on me. This is what we're going to do to you. We're going to give you this gas, and you're going to count to 10. And I'm laying there, I'm looking like that, and the next minute I'm gone. That's it, gone. Right. So the next thing I remember is I'm laid there like that, and I could hear all machines like beep beep boop boop, and I could hear people, but I couldn't see anything. And I'm late, and I'm thinking, I'm looking around, and I'm like, well, I can't really move my head. Didn't know why, right? So I'm like that, and it was like sirens going off all around. And I thought, this is how wired I was. I thought I was like in a film, and had been shot and killed, and I was being rejuvenated. Right, I can say that word now, rejuvenated. And I looked up and I was like that, thinking, oh shit, you've been shot, Paddy. Never mind, you'll be okay in a minute. Go back to sleep. And with that, I just went boom, gone. Right, and then I come round, and I was more back in the real world. And I looked like that, and I couldn't move your head that way. I'm like that, thinking, what's going on? And all I could see, I was in a ward. I was in Heidi Pence unit, basically. That's where I was. The machines I could hear with a ventilator. Is it a ventilator? Life support, whatever. All behind me, all going off. And other people's going off when if your heartbeat drops, it's sirens. That's what I heard. Me, like a fool, thinking I was in a film. Oh no. Right. So, I'm there and thinking, shit, what's going on? I can't speak. Well, I couldn't speak anyway, really. I could speak, but you couldn't hear me. This time I was like that. I had a trachea in. Right. On the next vlog, I'll show you what a trachea is and how big it is. So I'm laying there, and then this lovely nurse appeared, Rachel, absolutely an angel. And she said to me, "Hiya Paddy, I'm Rachel, and at the moment you're in Heidi Pence unit, and we're going to look after you." So I'm like, nodding, and she says, "You're going to be in here for a while, and you're going to have 24-hour care. You're going to have a nurse sat next to you for 12 hours, 2 12-hour shifts, 2 different nurses. So we don't know." So I'm like that, because they didn't know what was up with me. And I was completely paralysed. The only thing I could move was my neck. And when I moved that way or that way, the trachea would choke me. So it wasn't comfortable at all. So I had every machine behind me. So she says, you've got a journal that's behind, show me this book. It says each nurse, when they come in, when they have you, will write a chapter of how the 12 hours have been and how you've been and stuff, monitor you. So I thought, right, I want to be out of here by Easter. Me thinking, and this was I think it was 17th of March, 21. And I'm thinking, I won't be in here long. So the consultant turns up, Steve, and says, "Hi Paddy, how you doing?" I'm not doing well, am I? And he says, "I've got a team of physios who are going to look after you, and we will sort you out. We'll get you, we'll figure it out, see what the score is." So the next morning, when I'm a bit, go back to my first shift with my nurse, who's supposed to be looking after me. This girl was useless. Right? I know it might upset a bit. Sorry. I know it might upset a few people, but when you lay there and you can't do anything, you people watch. And you observe everything. So before they come on shift, before they get to you, it's called, they have a huddle, which is like all the nurses in a circle, and they get told which patient they're having. And the nurse who's handing over will tell them, this is Paddy, cannot move, cannot talk. It's sign language. And I don't sign language or whatever. So when you think about it, having me for 12 hours who cannot do anything, he's got a catheter bag on. All he needs is probably not even rolling, maybe rolling, yeah, but it takes 2 years to get to. So I'm your easy bet. I'm the one to have, basically. You know what I mean? I'm not going to be like that, because I can't speak. So this girl comes, and I hear her talking. I'm just near the station where they are, and she's talking to this other girl who's going off, and she's going on to this other girl. Well, I'm not. I'm leaving here anyway, so I'm not really bothered. I'm going to some other place, some other hospital. I've had enough. And started telling a life story to this girl, saying, "Yeah, I was bullied when I was a kid and stuff, blah blah." And I'm like, thinking, it's now 8 o'clock. You should be asking me what's up with me, not what's up with you. So she comes over. She said, "Hiya." Forgot her name. I won't forget her face. I've seen her, but I forgot her name. And she said, told me her name. She says, right. And I'm like, she goes, "Do you need anything?" I'm looking at her like that. And then I did need something. A couple of hours later. And you know what she said? "I don't understand you, can't understand you." Well, I couldn't say anything. I was just like trying to point and, "Oh, I can't understand." "Oh, very well, I can't understand you." And then she goes, "I'm just going to see somebody down there. This girl's gone for 2 hours. I've left on my own for 2 hours, right? Luckily, I was on the ward days. I was in the unit, and I'm in the ward, in the bay. And I'm thinking, this girl's useless. Why have I got her?" So it was a long night, very long night. Right? So she goes, and then I think the next day, a lovely Indian girl come in. She's brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Just clean me, everything. Am I all right, Paddy? Blah blah blah. And then if you needed anything, just try and tell me. And I'm like, she's great. So by this time, we still didn't know what was up with me. And this is like the second day. This physio team came. Lovely guy, Steve came with the physio team, yeah, and said, "Paddy, this is Tom, and he's gonna look after you." And I say he was in his 30s, early 30s, if that. And we just hit it off straight away. And his team, Alison, who was brilliant, and he said to me, we'll get you moving. You know what I mean? There was no negativity. It was all, "Yep, we'll get you moving." And I thought, "No, you won't. No, you won't." And 'cause nothing was moving. So about every day, or every Monday, you'd have COVID swab and an MRSA swab. So the first week, it's come up, so I went in on the Thursday, so on the Monday, the next Monday, I had MRSA swab and the COVID. COVID was alright. To this day, I've never had COVID. And infectious disease nurse turned up on the ward and said to me, "You don't believe these questions she asked me." Then I Paddy, when were you in Africa last? And never been to Africa. Well, what about South America? And nope, never been. I've been to Mexico, not south of the border. Well, south of the border, Mexico, yeah. So yeah, I've been there. She said, "Oh no." She says, "What it is you've got a bug, CF diff or something." I went, well, I didn't because I couldn't speak. I thought, well, I didn't caught it. I didn't bring it in here. I've caught it in here. Right? And I'll listen to this one. And I backtracked then, because the guy who gave me the MRSA was a big black lad who was called, you're going to laugh here. It was a great lad. He was called Boo Boo. That's what he said to me. I said, "What's your name, mate?" "Oh no, I didn't say that." "What?" Yeah, I did say what's your name. I could speak like that, yeah. So, said to him, "What's your name?" So he went, "Boo Boo." "I'll call you Boo." No, call me Boo Boo." So, oh my God. So I went, I know I shouldn't have said it, but I went, "Where's Yogi?" "Oh, Yogi Bear, Boo Boo." He didn't get it, didn't go down well. So he was the only one who was looking after me that day when the swabs were given out, and then a couple of days later, I've been to Africa. So with that, I was quickly put in a room on my own, which it was a bonus, yeah, because some people who are in hospital shouldn't be in hospital. They should be in a hospital that can look after them, a mental hospital for the mind, because nightmare. So I've got my own room, so I'm thinking, hey, bonus this. And I'm looking around, there's no windows. The TV was broken, it was smashed up, and I'm looking at that. And my bed was in the middle of the room, all my life support was all keeping me still going. And in front of me on the wall was a clock with the time, the day, and the date. That was my TV, because the telly was gone, it broke. So every day I would be asked, "Do you know what day it is today, Paddy?" And I think it was the third day. I says, he said, "Do you know what day it is today, Paddy?" And the time and the day. I said, "Are you taking the piss?" I said, "Oh, I know the time and day." I said, that's all I wake up to. When I shut my eyes and open them, that's all I can see is the clock, right? So my physio, Tom, says, how are you getting on?" I said, "Well, my highlight of the day is when you come to see me for my physio, because I've got no TV, I've got nothing, because I can't move, can't do anything." And he said, "Sorry, I'll sort it out." And fair play to the guy, he did, in the form of he brought a computer in and put TV on for me, because I couldn't my hand, everything, nothing could work. I had I couldn't feel anything, right? So they were throwing everything at me to find out what was up with me. And I wasn't sleeping because the drugs that I was on, couldn't sleep. I don't think I slept for, it must have been weeks. I thought I was getting out. Easter went by, and then I thought, I'm in here for the long haul. And each couple of days, your pharmacist would come and see you. In normal clothes, dead nice guy he was. He was just, hey Paddy, you alright? Yeah, blah, blah. How did that go last night? You know, he'd give me some whatever fucking drug. No good. He said, I'll put you on this, try this tonight. I went, alright then. 10 o'clock came, give me my meds. Gone, right? And I was gone, so I was in a different world, right? And you'd end up thinking, having like a nightmare, and you'd wake up, and you lay there, you can't move, and you open your eyes, and you're looking at the clock, because it's in front of you, right? And it's only 20 past 10. I thought, 20 past 10? I thought, fucking hell, so that'd be me then, up all night. And then I'd be just wide awake, not being able to communicate. The nurse there next to me, again, probably a good one, probably a bad one. And I'm just thinking, what's going on? What's going on? So I get seen then by a lovely lady, consultant from Salford Royal. She was from, where was she from? I think she was from Transylvania. Where Dracula's from? Transylvania, right? And she was she came in all, blonde lady, all in black. And she talked like Drew off Despicable Me. Could have been his wife. Call me darling. Paddy darling. Let's have a look at you. So she picks my arms up, just like that. My legs, she was just like, nothing. But I was getting really bad pins and needles on my feet. It was like you were stood on a bed of nails, right? She was bending them like, can you feel that? And I'm like, no, just feel pins and needles. So she said, right, we're going to test you for Kawasaki syndrome. Claire's there outside the bed. And Claire said, what's Kawasaki syndrome? And she said, well, if it's Kawasaki syndrome, there's nothing we can do for you. You're locked in, basically. And I'm thinking, fuck, pardon my language, I swear I'm bad. Swear, right? I thought, this ain't good. So she said, we'll do the test and we'll find out. So they do the test, which is basically plugging you in to the mains. You alright, mate? I'm just talking to my dog. And turning up the power. And this guy who came to do it, he was an Irish guy. And I'll be honest with you, he looked like a tramp. And he smelled like a tramp as well. And he's putting all these things in my muscles and then turning them up. And if it was the average if it was somebody normal, your hand would be going like that, be going dun dun dun. Mine couldn't keep still, right, before they even put them in. I'd be like that, just not being able to do anything, just minding their own, and turn the power up, nothing, no, dum 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 dum. Turned it up, nothing. Did it on my knees, nothing. Did it on my hands, nothing. Right. So he goes away, and then a couple of days later, the lady turns up again, all in black. And by this time, they took me out of this. This is madness. They get moved. Oh, we'll put him in the ward now, he's alright. For some reason he wanted this room. So he put me on the ward, which was good because there was people around me. And I could listen to music or watch the TV, whatever. So, still couldn't move. So she comes to see me and she said, good news, it ain't Kawasaki syndrome. Bad news, we don't know what it is. I thought, fuck. This is going on and on and on. And by this time, Claire had broke a leg, unbeknown to me. So, and wasn't getting any visits because of COVID. In intensive care and high dependency unit, you had to be in 10 days before you get one visit a week. And they're all in these hazmat suits. And after time, so you didn't see anybody, so all you seen was a mask. From day one it was a mask. So you couldn't see anyone. And it was just so, what's the word? I'll tell you what it felt like. Have you ever seen the film Outbreak? And they're all in them suits, you know, and the people who have got the disease in the bed, that's what it was like. And I got told there's now we can do at the moment. We're just going to just keep throwing everything at you and see what it is. So about a week had gone by, and I had a lovely guy looking after me called Luke, and I was in a bad place then. I was in a really bad place, and I said, will you ring Claire? I need to speak to Claire. He said, yeah, okay. Go, come back. These are the exact words. He said it's not convenient at this moment, Paddy. And I went, you fucking what? It's not convenient? Luke, stop messing around. Just go and get Claire on the phone. So he goes, coming back from, no, it's not, she's busy. And I went, he says, is it important? I said, yeah, is it important? I went, yeah, it's pretty important, mate. He says, what? It's not making me what is it? I said, well, I'm in a bad place at the moment. And he said, how bad? I said, well, if I could walk, I'd be hanging off that door. That's how bad I was. My head had just gone. So with that, he's gone back to Claire. He's come back. He said, because imagine what's going through my head, right? I'm laying in bed. I look terrible. I look terrible now. I look worse in hospital. I'll try and get a picture on. And I thought she'd had enough. She'd give up. She's gone. You know what? Can't be doing it. So I put her through the mill. So I had it easy. I was laying in bed doing nothing. Right. So I ended up turning around and thinking, yeah, this is it. She's gone. So that Luke comes back. I said, Paddy, don't know how to tell you this. So I'm thinking, oh my God, This is it. We've been together nearly 25 years. 20 years married in May, coming up, or June. Forgot that. So, he walks in and he just says, yeah, she's broke her leg. Walking with the dog, with Michael, who looked after me. Lovely gay lad, beautiful, great. Love you, Michael, right? So, I started laughing. And he's like that. Why are you laughing? I went, why am I laughing? She's only broke her leg. Why couldn't you tell me that? She said she didn't want you to worry. I said, worry? I thought she'd ran off with someone. I thought she'd had enough. So my mind was put at rest then. I said, right, it's all right. Tell her to ring us when she's at home. She's literally not supposed to get her leg done. So that cocks everything up for me, really, because if she wouldn't have broke her leg, she'd have been able to see me more, because she would have been working and she could have bobbed in and seen me and said hello, like, and it was the beginning of a long journey. Right, I've been on nearly an hour now, and my voice is starting to heal shut. So I wish you all goodbye for now, but it won't be, and I'll see you soon, and we'll carry on with this little blog of my life since end of 2020 to now, which at the moment is crap. So if you like it, great. If you don't, I'm sorry, but this is what happens. This is what, I wouldn't say we're survivors, I say we're fighters, because we're dealing with it. Even though you're clear, well, I'm not clear, because I've got prostate cancer as well. I found that out. But yeah, we're taking it every day as it comes. Some days we have our good days, sometimes it's crap. But like I said at the beginning of this one, once you get cancer, that person's gone. He's never coming back. It's somebody else, and you've got to bear with them, because it's not our fault. It's what this horrible disease does to you, body, mind, and it tries to break your soul. But if you've got somebody behind you, which I have, it makes a big difference. So the people who haven't got the support, if you know somebody who's got it or is going through it, give it them, because it helps. It helps a lot. With that, I'll say, take it easy and have a nice life. Bye bye.